Hey guys, welcome back to war number 4. And for this war, we have another 7-fight war, starting off with an Aggro Fury, Professor X, and a Power Snack Doom. For this Professor X, during his Falter, he's going to get a bunch of Furies, and that's why he's placed here. And the strategy is to just be tanky with Doom, so the Furies don't really matter, and try and not get hit. Pretty simple strategy. We don't really want to be throwing many specials, but we'll throw it if we need to keep Aggro Fury down. And that's the basic strategy here. And yeah, very simple fight. Now for this Power Snack Doom, the strategy I'm going to be going for is I'm going to be trying to Dex before L3 to get the Furies, and to work around backup recovery, I'm trying to trigger backup recovery during an L3 cycle, and that's my main goals here. And if we can do both of that, it'll be a very easy fight, and reasonably quick, not super slow. But yeah. And we popped an invuln just for safety. From the Alliance War Cop, I have so many invulns. You definitely don't need an invuln here, but I just felt like popping it anyway. Now we've got a power snack Mysterio with magic. The main issue here is accidentally pushing yourself to an L3, which is why we're popping Mystic Power Boosts, because if we do this, the L3, after throwing that, you should be right back to an L2. And we have half suicides on because Purgatory Synergy makes magic immune to bleed. And yeah, Power Reserve will let her throw a lot of special twos. And it's just a basic magic fight, just spamming special twos. Now for the Spite Domino, Purgatory Synergy gives magic 20% increased ability accuracy, so your parries aren't going to fail. Your Power Lock and Limbo still has a chance to fail, but it's slightly higher chance than normal fights here. And Domino will only get one chance to trigger Unlucky or Lucky, and she doesn't here. And from that point, it's just a simple, basic magic fight. Now we've got a Sorcsup on Aspect of Evolution. Due to Aspect of Evolution, she does get a bit of crit resistance, so we're not going to be critting very much. But it's a very, very safe fight, and you just keep her locked with the special twos. She'll never throw a special, and it makes it a lot easier. Now we're swapping our masteries for the next two Doom fights. Yeah, just gotta turn suicides off for Doom, of course. For this red goblin, a single L3 cycle should just kill him. So that's what we're going to be doing. Just combo bait L1 until we're at our L3. No need to mess with anything else. And just keep it very simple and safe. For this Kingpin, I've never taken this fight before, so I wasn't sure if I should pop attack boosts or not, so I just went with no attack boost and a small champion boosts. Guidance pre-fight is there as well to give me passive stuns, and the strategy here is to just rotate L1s and L2s. The L2s will trigger Rage if they crit, but even with 3 stacks of Rage, it's not too bad. Return policy does suck a little bit, but thankfully, Doom doesn't really care about this, and he has a super low crit rate, so you're never really going to crit all 3 times on that L2 in the first place. And we just don't want him throwing special 2s. And now for the final fight of the war, we have got a Mangog on 54. Uh, you can use Magic or Doc Ock for this as well as Doom, in my opinion. I like Doom the best just because he's a bit tankier, and it's definitely feels a little bit better to use Magic or Doc Ock, but if you make a mistake, it's going to hurt a lot more, whereas with Doom, he can probably survive a mistake, and you just want to L3 cycle until you're safe to kill him, and at that point, launch off an L2, and just try and avoid him throwing his L2, because if he throws his L2, that's not going to be fun. And that's all for this war. Yeah. We are now 30-0 for the season, 8-0 war, pretty decent war. The war is just about tied right now, so too close to call, but decent war so far.